Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Muslim Daily Reminder. Is smoking really haram, or is it simply not recommended? Today, we delve into the evidence, religious opinions, and above all, shocking facts that few people know. If you think smoking is only about your health, stick around until the end. You'll be surprised. What the scholars say, haram, makruh, or mubah. In its early days, tobacco was merely a foreign curiosity, imported via trade routes and distributed in the souks as a simple consumer good. No medical treatise yet detailed the silent ravages of this smoke. The hearts of scholars were cautious, but scientific proof was lacking. So they spoke according to what they knew. Some said makruh, that is, something detestable but not formally forbidden. Others said mubah, neutral, pending more solid proof. But Islam never stands still. It moves forward with reality, without ever betraying its principles. And when light was shed on the effects of tobacco, doubts dissipated. When the evidence became clear, incurable diseases, mental dependence, destruction of internal organs, scientists revised their position, not under popular pressure, but out of moral and intellectual responsibility. Because the role of a scientist is not to follow public opinion, but to be a mirror of the truth, even if it is inconvenient. The greatest names in contemporary religious science have been categorical. Sheikh Ibn Baaz, Sheikh Al-Albani, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymin, three references, three consciences of the Ummah, have firmly ruled tobacco is haram. Not because it smells bad, not because it is frowned upon, but because it is an attack on the most precious thing a human being has after his faith, his body. When medical data revealed that tobacco causes cancer, destroys the lungs, weakens the heart, and ruins the nerves, scientists saw the whole picture, and they understood that the seriousness of the problem goes beyond mere inconvenience. We are no longer in the realm of personal choice. We are in the realm of transgression against oneself. And this, in Islamic logic, cannot be accepted. Even today, some try to minimize the situation. They seek to circumvent clear opinions, to sow doubt. Yes, but so-and-so says it's simply not recommended. Perhaps, but between the half-hearted opinions of the past and the clarity of the present, the lucid Muslim knows where to turn. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about cigarettes. It's about respect. Respect for one's body, respect for the responsibility one bears, respect for the legacy of scientists who, despite social pressures and modern justifications, raise their voices to say, no, this is not acceptable. And if the scholars have spoken, it is to preserve, not to prohibit out of caprice, but to warn out of love. For this is the nobility of Islamic science. It does not follow passions, it corrects them. It does not accompany man in his fall, it extends its hand to prevent him from falling. An invisible wound to the soul. When man chooses his own fall, there are sins that are visible, and then there are those that infiltrate like a slow poison, without noise, without alarm, without shouts. Tobacco is one of these silent traps. It doesn't steal your money all at once. It doesn't destroy your body overnight. No, it puts you to sleep. It tames you, and then it takes you over, little by little. But what's even more disturbing is what this gesture says about our relationship with ourselves. Because smoking isn't just about lighting a cigarette, it's about accepting damage to yourself. It's about committing an act against yourself in full awareness. It's about making your own body your enemy. And there we enter another dimension. A dimension where faith is not a word that we pronounce, but an interior light that refuses to go out. A light that says, I am worth more than this. I am not a breeding ground for modern poisons. I am a precious creation, and I must be faithful to the one who fashioned me. You know what's paradoxical? Many people pray, they fast, they give, but they smoke, and they think it's just a small detail. One habit among many. Yet this detail is a choice repeated every day, a submission to a need, to an addiction, to a dependency that in truth takes the place of the true master we should follow. Tobacco isn't just a health issue, it's a matter of priorities. Do I choose what harms me? Do I justify harm by dressing it up with cliches? Do I agree to become complicit in my own downfall while my soul cries out for help? The heart of the believer is not insensitive. It feels, it knows. It recognizes the call of truth. It knows that it was not created to self-destruct in secret. It was not shaped to end up among the statistics of an industrial plague. It was shaped to live, to grow, to illuminate those around it. But how can you illuminate if your own light is smothered in smoke? And then there's the forgotten one, the one who breathes in spite of himself. Your child, your brother, your mother, all those you expose without even meaning to. Do you think you smoke alone? No, you smoke with them. You share your choice with those who didn't ask for it. Spirituality isn't just about invocation. It's about attention, intention. And every time you lift that cigarette to your mouth, a question awaits you. Who are you serving? Who are you protecting? And who are you abandoning? The shocking facts, what tobacco really does breathe. Once again. Now imagine that this breath, this simple breath, carries arsenic into you. Yes, the same poison that was used to kill discreetly. Add a little ammonia, the care used to clean public floors. Add some more carbon monoxide, the kind that comes out of a car exhaust. And to bind it all together, a little tar, the same tar used to build roads. Do you think that's exaggerated? It's not even half of what a cigarette contains. Take a drag. You've just inhaled the chemical equivalent of a toxic cocktail. With every drag, your body activates its defense system. Your cells scream, your lungs constrict, your blood thickens, your heart panics, and yet you keep going. Just one cigarette takes away 1 minute of your life. Imagine you smoke 10 in a day, you just wiped out almost 2 hours, and you start again tomorrow, and the day after. We're talking about thousands of hours erased without you even realizing it. Stolen from your family, your future, your very breath. Slowly, coldly, silently. Tobacco kills. 1 million people every year. This is not a slogan. This is not hyperbole. This is a measured, proven, and observed reality. This figure exceeds the victims of all current wars. It exceeds drug deaths. It exceeds road accidents, epidemics, and famines. But here's the difference. No one is forcing you to smoke. It's a slow, self-service suicide. And the saddest thing is, you know it. Lung cancer doesn't appear overnight. It builds. It's created puff by puff. Heart attacks, strokes, amputations, and respiratory failure are not exceptions. They are consequences. Waiting for them to happen before reacting is like waiting to hit a wall before realizing you need to brake. And the tobacco trade knows it. They wrap the poison in a white paper. They label it light, menthol, mild. They even add warning messages to the packages. Not to warn you, but to protect yourself legally. Because they too know that you will suffer. But that's not their problem. As long as you pay, as long as you come back. The worst part of all this, it's not death. It's death conscious, death accepted, death planned. It's you standing there signing an invisible contract every day. I allow my body to be damaged. I allow my life to be shortened. I allow my strength to be stolen. And all this for what? For 3 minutes of nerve relief, an illusion of control, a need you didn't even have before you started? Wake up. Look at what you're doing, not just to your life, but to your value. You were not born to be a customer of poison. You are not a slave to nicotine. You are not a number in the statistics of the death industry. You are a soul, a force, a precious deposit. And if you continue, you will have to answer not only for your fall, but for the fact that you chose it, a responsibility to your body and your community. Stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself this simple question. Am I faithful to what I received? Your body does not belong entirely to you. It was loaned to you. It's a belief, a trust, a sacred responsibility. And one day, this trust will be taken back. But before that, you will be asked to account. What did you do with it? How did you treat it? Did you nourish or destroy it? Did you protect or betray? This heart that beats every day without you thinking about it. These lungs that breathe without you giving them orders. This system that works for you night and day. These are not objects. They are signs, graces, and you are guardian, not consumer. Protective, not a saboteur. Smoking is not just a personal act, it is a silent statement. I choose to neglect what I was meant to preserve. But this choice doesn't impact you alone. When you smoke, you don't breathe alone. Your children sitting next to you inhale your choice. Your wife, your brother, your mother, your friend, everyone who shares your space is carrying the weight of a decision they didn't make. And one day, maybe your child's little cough will become a serious diagnosis. One day, maybe someone will tell your family, he won't come back, he left too soon. Not because of an accident, but because of a habit you had the power to break. We too often forget a truth. The ummah begins with oneself. Do you want to be useful to your community? Start by live long, healthy, conscious, and capable lives. A brother who smokes is a weakened brother. Less energy, less breath, less presence, less longevity. Where did I lie to you? The truth is that these modern forms of tobacco aren't a way out. They're an even more insidious trap. Why? Because they disguise themselves as comfort, freshness, and novelty. They smell good, they produce fragrant vapors, and they are colorful. But poison remains poison, even when it smells like strawberries. Let's start with the hookah. Just one session, just one, can be like smoking more than 100 cigarettes. Yes, you read that right, 100 cigarettes. And yet, how many young Muslims meet there every weekend? In a corner, in a living room, among brothers, they talk spirituality, while their lungs fill with carbon and tar. And you know what? The coal we use to burn tobacco in a hookah releases carbon monoxide at even higher levels than cigarettes. Your heart, your brain, your blood, everything takes a hit. But you continue because it's social, quiet, halal friendly. As for the vape, let's not talk about it as if it were harmless. It contains nicotine, sometimes even in stronger doses than cigarettes. It also contains chemicals that we haven't even finished identifying yet. And already today, young people are finding themselves with serious lung diseases of the irreversible respiratory damage, or even death. And this is what you call cleaning up your consumption? Do you exchange one poison for another because it tastes sweeter? Do you really think that because the vapor is sweet, it is legal? The shape change, but the destruction stay. The style change, but the fishing does not lighten. We have to stop lying to ourselves. We must stop believing that we can modernize the haram. Just because a poison is bottled in a futuristic bottle doesn't make it pure. Just because a habit is popular doesn't make it healthy. And if those around you do it, that doesn't excuse you from thinking. Yourself. Smoking, vaping, smoking shisha, it's always poison what Allah has entrusted to you. And if the poison changes form, it does not become halal, however. It becomes just more dangerous because He makes you believe that He is not. Freeing oneself to please Allah. Do you want to stop? Do you want to break this habit? Do you feel that what you are doing is not worthy of you and you want to take back control? Alhamdulillah, because this awareness alone is already a light. The best part of all this? It is that you don't have to be perfect to be accepted. You don't need to fix everything in one day. You just have to be sincere. All you have to do is say, "Oh Allah, I want to change." Not for people, not for image, just for you. And there another reality begins. Because every step towards Allah, He makes 10 towards you. Every tear you shed in effort, every day without a cigarette, every night you fight the urge, He sees them, and He rewards what no one else sees. Do you think you are weak? But it is precisely in your weakness that is born the real strength. The world needs believers who stand up, not doubled over with coughs. Fit fathers. It's when it's hard, when the desire burns, when the addiction screams, and you hold on. Then you show your sincerity. Then you move forward. And Allah said, "And whoever puts his trust in Allah, He is sufficient for him." It's enough, not a little, not temporarily, not partially. Enough. Maybe you'll relapse. Maybe you'll fall several times, but every return, every request for forgiveness is an honor, not a shame. Because the most beloved to Allah are not those who never fail, but those who sincerely get up. Again and again. And never underestimate the power of fatwa. When you are alone at night or in the middle of desire, just say, "Oh Allah, free me from what enslaves me. Replace this addiction with your love. Strengthen my will. Draw me to you." And you will see the chains fall. The days pass, your breath become purer, your heart lighter. Smoking was an escape. To stop is to return. And this return is towards the one who never rejects yourself. So start today, not tomorrow, not because you were told it was haram, but because your heart wants please your Lord. And when you live for him, even the things you lose are replaced with better. Smoking is haram because of its consequences, its components, and its impact. But most importantly, you are worth more than it. Preserve your body, draw closer to Allah. And if you still smoke, start with a sincere intention to change today, not tomorrow. If this video helped you or you know someone who needs to hear it, please share. And subscribe for more content that helps you live your faith every day.